Well, hello everybody. Welcome to another episode. On this episode, I'm going to actually answer a bunch of questions. I keep getting questions here, so I'm looking at my phone here. Like last one. So I guess this came from a Benjamin. He said, love your build. Going to do mine in a few years. I highly recommend it. This thing it's a blast. I mean, you get to drive around in something you built with your own two hands. So highly recommend that just for that aspect. And then he said, I guess I built a Cobra. Yeah, I built a Cobra in, I think, 2018. Let me see if I can get a picture up here. I'm not great with this whole YouTube thing, but I think if you look here, I'm going to picture that came up. So once I edit this, I'll throw this up. So yeah, I did build this 2018, sold it about 7 months ago, give or take. Guy offered me a lot of money for it. Actually made a profit on the car, which was kind of nice, if you don't count my labor. That's the crazy part. If you count your labor on these things, you're gonna lose. There's just no way to get your labor back out. But if you do it for fun, you do it because you like to, then it's all worth it. As I said, my labor, the Cobra, I made a little bit of money. If I count my labor, I probably lost 40 grand. So, if you really want one just to drive it, I would buy someone else's that's built. You find someone that knows how to build one well, and you're gonna end up ahead in the long run. So I know the guy that bought mine, I think he's actually subscribed to this. He got a great car. I mean, this car had so many trick details to it. There was just the electrical alone was just over the top with some of this custom stuff I did. He got a great car. I mean, for him to build it, it'd be, 5, 6, 7, 800 hours of his time, a lot of extra money. Instead, he bought it and he can go out and enjoy it. So in the end, not a bad deal. Let's see, what else? So Greg wants to know, can I list the aftermarket parts I've ordered? Oh man, the list is long. I mean, I've got some Willwood Superlight 6-piston brakes I've ordered for this thing. We actually got them already. There's just a lot of little things that I guess I would have to go through and figure out really what they are. From the quick release steering adapter, just a lot of, nuts and bolts that are stainless, some of those pan heads. So there's just a lot of little things that kind of go into it. The big things that I've replaced, I said the brakes. I'm going to have to think about this. Like we've added on to the roll cage, which now when I speak about it, someone else asked me and said, why are you reinforcing the cage? Is it for strength? No, it's not. These cars from the factory, from Factory 5 are plenty strong, but I love the look of that. I mean, that just screams race car. So yeah, is it going to stiffen it? No doubt about it. Is it going to, take it to the next level as far as stiffness? I doubt it. Factory 5 on the race, their R model, they put the one diagonal in, which I think is probably plenty. What I've done, does it add a whole lot of rigidity? Probably not, because you're already kind of triangulating that whole back. So I don't think so. Let's see, what other questions? The rough budget for the project. I'm gonna say, $50,000, give or take. That's with me doing everything. Now, if I farm out paint, 10, 12, I don't know what a paint job costs. I kind of do it all myself. I got a really good friend, my best friend. He helps me paint these things. This guy's been painting for his entire life, and he kind of knows all the tricks of the trade. So he'll come over, help me block it out. A lot of advice from him, and he's been great. So I do it all myself. Let's see. Chris says, I've never done this before. Would love to do it. Jump in, give it a shot. Can't complain. Then I got some comments. People want to know who this chap Paul is on the forum. Paul is on the forum. He has done some detailed builds. I think he's done 4, if I'm not mistaken. And he does some amazing work. I mean, he details it out on the forum like you can't believe. I mean, he must be a technical writer because it's beautiful the way he lays it out. I'm not a writer. I can get in front of the camera like this and just flow with it. If I had to sit there at the computer and type all this out, I would probably have committed suicide about 3 weeks ago. I just can't do it. But I can sit here in front of my GoPro and talk for a long time, as you can tell. Let's see, what other questions? Lower ball joints, painting it white. Yeah, basically I paint a lot of cars with whatever leftover paint I've got from a previous project. My Cobra, which you see, I'll throw another picture up. It was red because I had some red left over from a Mustang I built, a 67 Fastback, back in the early 2000s. Bought a gallon, used about half. I only used about another third of it on the Cobra. So, but that's why I picked red. And then I had some black from another project, so I went with the black stripes. I had some white left over from some other project, so I had the white pinstripes. This one, I've got white, so that's why the suspension, as you can see, is all painted white. Because I had some white left over. And I thought it would look cool. I've never seen suspension painted white, so something different. How it holds up, is it worth it? I don't really know. But it looks good. I think it looks clean now. It's probably gonna get very dirty very fast. So, but you just drive it, let it get dirty. I'm not gonna worry about it too much. What else? As I said, painting the transmission, as you can see over there, it's sitting there ready to go. I just got to clean up a little bit more and I can shoot some etch primer on it and then get that thing painted. And then just a little detail work. Got the brake lines coming in now, trying to get those all not painted, but all prepped and bent, and we actually started some of that. But you can see I got this here done today. That'll be a video up probably in the next day or two. So it's coming along. If any other questions, please shoot my way. I don't see anything else in here that, let's see. Here's someone, an E. Smith said, I haven't seen anybody kind of do this with this kind of detail. That was kind of my whole point of this. I want someone, if they want to build one of these, can pull up my videos step by step and go, oh, I can do that. I can do this. Or, hey, I'm stuck on this. How do I do this? Like the quick release steering wheel adapter. That's a tricky little thing to do. And there's a lot of write-ups on the internet. Paul's done it. A couple other guys have done it. But it's in writing. So they've got some pictures, but I wanted to have video. I wanted video to be able to show you exactly how it's done. So, because I know that my son, he's built, all sorts of cars off YouTube. He pulls up YouTube and watches YouTube and says, oh, you torqued this to 32 feet-pounds. And I ask him, how do you know that's the truth? But he seems to trust it, and it goes into detail. He's got a Miata. He took part of the engine apart and did it all off YouTube. Doesn't even have a manual, which for an older guy like me, we always bought those Chilton or Haynes manuals, and that's what kind of was our Bible. Now it's YouTube. So it's a different world, I guess. But that's really what they want the videos to do, is help somebody else out so they can, undertake this, because it is a really cool thing to do. I mean, once you build your own car and you're driving it down the road, and I intend to race this thing. I mean, this thing is going to be tracked, autocrossed. I want to do the Silver State 100, which is a 100-mile road race in Nevada. I'm going to use this thing. I'm going to push it hard. I want to drive this car like it was meant to be driven, because basically they're street legal race cars. I mean, you don't see chassis like that on any car out there today. So, and it's a race car, and I'm going to use it as such. So hopefully that answers anybody's questions. If you have any more, please shoot me a comment, and appreciate you watching another episode of the Cobra Daytona Build, even though there was no building. But you kind of got an idea of what I'm doing. And if you'd love to see more, please hit subscribe, and we'll try to keep them coming as we make progress. As I said, I got a bunch lined up ready to get uploaded to YouTube, but I got to edit them all. My son was here all weekend. We did a lot of stuff. We got a lot of building done. I just got to get the videos edited and uploaded. So hopefully the next day or two, there'll be 2, 3, maybe even 4 videos. But I'll get this one up tonight. So thanks again, and I look forward to seeing you on the next episode.